Hi, my name is Brittnee.
My name is Alina, and we're from the Reykjavik Grapevine out on a very sunny day with Pálína.
Yeah, my name is Pálína Axelsdóttir Njarðvík, and we're at my family farm in Iceland.
And we are just wanting to see what a day in the life looks like in the peak of lambing season. So we came out to Pálína's sheep farm, and we're going to take a tour around and see how busy it is and what it's like here today.
Yeah, we're very excited to get to know the sheep and just see what it's like.
Yeah.
Okay, come on in. Okay, this one has a private suite
Oh, why does it have a private suite?
because we didn't move anymore, and now she just has all the space.
Okay, it's just one lamp, right?
Two, there's another one behind.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Is she having another one?
No.
Because she's like kind of...
No, she's just breathing. Once they've had their lambs, they don't have
Okay,
more.
but it takes some time for them to
Get
like,
back
slim
yeah.
down.
And some don't, some are just fat.
Okay. I mean,
And how many do they normally
All
have?
kinds of
Pálína?
bodies here.
yeah.
How long do they?
How many do they normally have?
Usually two,
Two, okay.
but sometimes one or three. And
Three.
sometimes four,
Wow.
but that's rare.
Wow.
We
Oh my
don't get that a
gosh.
lot, thankfully.
Wow.
It's too many.
But they probably need a lot of assistance when they have four lambs.
Not all the sheep can milk for four. That's a lot of milk.
Yeah.
So then this
So-
space is mostly just for holding the lambs? Or...
Well, as lambing season goes on, the sheep house fills up, obviously.
Yeah.
So now this whole thing is just for lamb use, and same over there. And yeah, it just fills up because once the lambs are born, we have to put them in a private pen with their mothers so that they can get to know each other and bond properly, and that we can keep a close eye on them to make sure everyone is happy and healthy.
Okay. Okay.
So they stay inside for a few days with their mothers like this,
Yeah.
and so we can keep an eye on them, and they can grow a bit so they're ready to go out, usually just after a few days.
Yeah.
Depends on the weather though, because if we have a bad spring, they have to stay inside for a bit longer, especially if it's raining a lot.
Yes. So then these sheep are mostly sent off for in the fall, or what is the process of like raising them to for meat, I guess, or what?
Well,
what
yeah,
is the-
sadly, this is my least favorite part, obviously.
Yeah.
The slaughter season, I absolutely hate it. So I sort of avoid it.
Yeah.
I'm not here a lot during that,
Okay.
but it's the only source of income for
Yeah.
sheep farmers. That's just
Yeah.
how it is. And while people eat meat,
Yeah.
we have to have the option of buying meat that is raised this way,
Yes.
you know, with heart and soul on small family farms.
And sheep that can roam around.
Yeah,
free.
I mean, if you think about how meat is generally raised in the world, it's absolutely terrible. It's disgusting. Factory farming and such. But these lambs, they spend their entire life with their mamas, roaming free around the Icelandic highlands. You know, and it's a good life.
Yeah. Is
They
this
get,
something?
yeah,
Oh,
they actually get to live while they live,
Yeah.
which is, in my opinion, very important.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely is.
Yeah.
Is this something I mean, I know that's your uncle's farm. Is it something you always saw yourself wanting to come into, or?
I mean, I obviously grew up here, so it's always
Yeah.
been a part of my life, and it's a huge part of who I am. I mean, growing up on a farm shapes you,
Yeah.
for sure. I don't think I want to be a full-time farmer, but I also, at the same time, I don't want to let go of it. You know, I want to keep having best of both worlds. We'll see how that goes, for how long I can keep doing that, but I like both.
Because you balance a life back in the city
Yeah,
too. Like you
I do.
just finished a degree and
Yeah, I have a master's degree in social psychology, and I mean, I love that field, and I want to do something there, but at the same time, I feel the most at home when I'm here, you know?
And too, right when we came in, we witnessed a birthing.
Yeah.
Immediately before we came in.
Came at the right time.
Yeah, right at the right time. And then, can you explain what was happening again in that birth?
Yes, I can. well, we keep a close eye on them 24/7 during lambing. Even though most of them can lamb on their own, not everyone can do that. And the lambs are supposed to come out like this. The front legs first, then the head, and then the rest follows. But sometimes that's not the case. And then you have to help them, obviously. And that lamb came backwards, and it was actually sitting. So first I had to straighten out the back legs, and then I had to pull really quick. Because when they come backwards, you have to pull them really quickly because they start breathing as soon as the umbilical cord is slit. So if they're still inside, when that happens, they'll swallow a lot of mucus and slimy stuff, and then they can suffocate. So you have to do it really quickly, get them out, and what I was trying to do. And then it came really quickly right into my arms.
And always just clean like the mouth and get the
Yeah,
all
you
the
always
slime
clean the nose
away.
to make sure they can breathe.
Okay.
And yeah,
Okay.
that's how it works.
How do you see when it's just not progressing that you need to step in and help?
Well, you usually check them just to make sure, just to know if you need to keep an extra close eye or if it's all looking fine.
Yeah.
Because losing a lamb because you weren't paying attention is awful.
Yeah.
That's
feels
terrible.
terrible.
So thankfully that little guy is fine. And we've had very few difficult births this year, and that just makes everything easier.
Yeah.
Okay.
But there are always a few every day that you have to help.
Okay.
And can you give me like the outline of your day again? What
Um,
morning to night or even midnight? Whatever.
Well, it depends. Well, during the peak, I'm here pretty much all day.
Okay.
And we have to take turns going home to eat because we can't leave them because there's so much going on. Yeah, so basically here all day.
Okay.
And we feed them in the morning and again in the afternoon. And between that, we're just doing everything that has to be done, making sure everyone has water, checking on all the little lambs, seeing if everyone is doing okay, if they're feeding, if they have diarrhea, because that's a big case.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we have to put them outside when they're old enough. And after about a week or so of lambing, we start doing that, obviously depending on the weather again. So that takes up a lot of the day. And moving them around, we're always moving them. Like they get a big pen during birth and then we put them somewhere permanently. So there's a lot of that.
Okay.
And
then you start putting them outside when they're ready.
yeah, so there's constant work really.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is. I mean, we saw a lot of the work you put in.
And then
you're always
obviously I try to
busy.
spend as much time as I can just hugging them and cuddling them
Yeah.
because they're so cute.
Oh yeah, and I guess
parts.
that kind of ties into like how do you, since you have this Instagram social media platform now, which I don't think we mentioned it earlier, but Farm Life Iceland, and how do you balance that now with your daily work? How do you intertwine both of them?
Well, social media is a lot of work.
Yeah.
It really is. Well, there are moments in between where I can sit down and take a minute to be on Instagram, and every now and then I try to grab a lamp and take a few pictures. And through the day, I'm always posting, what's going on, both to entertain and also to educate.
Yes.
Because I know people are learning a lot from me because this reality that is my daily life, it's very foreign and exotic to many.
Exactly, that's what it was for us.
Especially to us foreigners.
Yeah.
Because, sheep are such a big part of Icelandic culture,
Yes.
especially just in the history.
They've literally kept us alive through the ages, both with the meat and the wool that has kept us warm, because you can't imagine being in Iceland during winter not wearing proper clothes.
No, you see it in so many parts of the culture that you don't even imagine, like the sweaters.
They've
and
shaped
everything.
a lot of our culture, I think.
So how often do you feed the sheep and what do you feed them?
We feed them twice a day, and we feed them hay from our fields that we make during summer, and that's basically all they eat. They get these little pellets of vitamins and supplements once a day during lambing as well, just in case the hay isn't enough.
Yeah.
And they really love that. As soon as they hear the sound of it, they go mad. It gets so loud in here that it's not nice to be in here. So we try to feed them as quickly as possible to shut them up.
All right, so we hope that gave you some insight into what peak lambing season looks like in sheep farming here in Iceland.
And thank you, Pálína, for showing us around. It
Very
was
welcome.
Really nice.
Yeah, very helpful for us foreigners and hopefully you too. All right, thank you.
Perfect.